Subscribe for the latest NBA news and watch till the end for the full story.
Jonathan Kuminga is still unsigned. 3 teams are chasing him. One can't afford him. One can't legally sign him the way he wants. And the one that can, he already turned them down once. This free agency situation is messier than anyone expected, and today we are breaking down exactly why and where this thing is actually headed. Let's get into it. Let's set the stage. Jonathan Kuminga has been a free agent for weeks now and has refused to sign with anyone despite serious interest from multiple teams. And this is not new behavior, this is a pattern. At the end of last season, Kuminga held out for weeks before finally signing a 2-year, $46 million deal with the Golden State Warriors. Then almost immediately after he got traded, Golden State packaged him with Buddy Hield and shipped them to the Atlanta Hawks in exchange for Kristaps Porzingis. So now here he is, new team, new city, same free agency drama. His camp is doing the exact same thing they did last time, being patient, being calculated, not rushing into anything they do not feel completely good about. So what does Kuminga actually want? Reports say his ask is around $20 million per year. Not unreasonable for a player of his caliber. But here is the critical detail. He is also reportedly unwilling to sign a 3-year contract. He wants 2 years, maximum. And that one preference is creating massive complications for at least one team in this race. Kuminga's camp believes more movement is coming in the market. They feel they have leverage, and they are playing the waiting game. Whether that pays off or blows up in their face, that is the real story here. Let's start with the Los Angeles Lakers, the current frontrunners. LA came in with a 2-year offer built around a starting role next to Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. And yet Kuminga's camp turned it down. That tells you everything. Even when a team sells you on role and opportunity, the details underneath matter. Maybe it is the guaranteed money. Maybe it is the structure or incentives. Whatever the reason, the Lakers' first offer was not good enough. But here is why Los Angeles is still the team to beat. They have the financial flexibility to improve that offer. They can sign him directly as a free agent, no complicated trade mechanics needed. And beyond the money, playing for the Lakers in Los Angeles carries real weight. The brand, the market, the spotlight that is not nothing for a young player trying to elevate his profile. Most importantly, the Lakers can offer a 2-year deal cleanly and directly, which is exactly the contract structure Kuminga wants. That alone gives them a major structural advantage over at least one competitor in this race. First offer got rejected, yes, but LA remains the most realistic destination right now, and they have room to go back with something better. Now the Cleveland Cavaliers, and this is where it gets genuinely complicated. Cleveland wants Kuminga badly. The Cavs have built one of the stronger rosters in the East, and adding Kuminga to that core makes them a real threat. The interest is legitimate, the fit is legitimate, but the financial situation is a serious problem. The Cavaliers cannot sign Kuminga outright as a free agent. They need a sign and trade to fit him into their salary cap structure. And here is where NBA rules come in and make everything harder under league rules. Any player signed via sign and trade must agree to a minimum 3-year contract. That is not negotiable. That is the rule. And we just established what Kuminga wants 2 years, so you have a direct, fundamental conflict. Cleveland needs 3 years. Kuminga refuses 3 years. Unless one of those positions changes, this deal simply cannot happen regardless of how much both sides want it. Could Kuminga budge? It is possible. Maybe Cleveland puts together a financial package compelling enough that an extra year feels worth it. These things happen in the NBA. Players say one thing publicly. A private conversation changes everything. But right now, without a shift in Kuminga's stance on contract length, the Cavaliers are stuck. They are in the race, but running it with both hands tied behind their back. Now, the newest team in the mix, the Minnesota Timberwolves. Per Hoops Hype, Minnesota has recently expressed genuine interest in Kuminga, and from a pure basketball standpoint, this actually makes a lot of sense. The fit is real. Minnesota just missed out on LeBron James this offseason and still have an open power forward slot. Kuminga, at 6'7", with his athleticism, versatility, and ability to guard multiple positions while attacking downhill, he fits that role perfectly. Built around Rudy Gobert and that defensive core, Kuminga brings exactly the dynamic offensive dimension they are missing. You could genuinely argue that Minnesota offers the best basketball fit of any team in this race, but fit does not pay the bills. And here is the brutal truth: the Timberwolves are operating under the taxpayer mid-level exception, which gives them roughly $6.06 million to work with. Let that sink in. $6 million. that is nowhere close to matching what LA or Cleveland could theoretically put together. No matter how good the fit is, no matter how compelling the pitch from the coaching staff or front office, that financial gap is simply too large to overcome unless Kuminga is willing to take a massive discount. Nothing coming out of his camp suggests that is anywhere close to being on the table. Right now, Minnesota is third in a 3-team race, and the money is the reason why. Now, before we wrap this up, do not sleep on the teams operating quietly in the background. This is not just a 3-team race, even if it looks that way on the surface. Sacramento Kings have been connected to Kuminga for a long time now, going back to before this even became unrestricted free agency. There has been chatter that Sacramento sees him as a piece that fits their timeline, though nothing concrete has emerged into an actual offer. The Phoenix Suns have also been floated as a mystery team here, a franchise that has been aggressive in retooling their roster and could theoretically make a run if the front office decides Kuminga is worth stretching for. You cannot fully rule out a reunion. The Warriors know exactly what Kuminga is capable of, and front offices around the league love reuniting with talent they already understand, especially if his market simply does not develop the way his camp expects. None of these situations are close to a real offer right now, but this is exactly why Kuminga's camp is comfortable waiting. The longer this drags on, the more time there is for a team like this to suddenly step in with real money on the table. Here is where everything stands. The Lakers are the frontrunners' most flexibility, cleanest path, a clear pitch around a starting role. Had a deal rejected, but still the most likely landing spot. Cavaliers are genuinely interested, but structurally blocked. Their sign and trade requirement directly conflicts with Kuminga's demand for a shorter deal, and that is a massive problem with no easy fix. The Timberwolves might be the best basketball fit, but are nowhere near financially competitive, sitting third with little realistic chance unless the entire landscape shifts. And lurking behind all three, teams like the Kings, the Suns, and even the Warriors are watching closely, ready to jump in if this drags into late summer. Kuminga's camp is patient because they believe another Team 1 with real money could still enter this race. Maybe that happens. Free agency in the NBA is unpredictable, and things move fast. But as it stands today, unless something major changes, this story ends in Los Angeles. The Lakers are the most logical destination, and everything right now points in that direction. That is the full breakdown of the Jonathan Kuminga free agency situation. Kuminga knows his value, his camp is being strategic, and the whole league is watching. Drop your prediction in the comments. Lakers, Cavs, Timberwolves, or a surprise team nobody is talking about yet. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button and subscribe so you do not miss the update when this finally gets resolved. Catch you in the next one. Peace.